What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Earlier this year, or even last year, there's been some information coming out about Bishop T.D. Jakes. The information that was coming out about the bishop was unfortunate because a lot of the information involved excessive booty clapping and cheek clapping, and it wasn't with women. Allegations were coming out that Bishop T.D. Jakes was indeed getting his cheeks clapped by Diddy as a power bottom. Okay, now again, that could not be substantiated, but that was the case because Diddy was hanging out with T.D. Jakes. At least they had hung out a few times. And so, people were going around saying, well, hey, we have this guy, T.D. Jakes, associated with Diddy. So, these nasty rumors came about. Now, why am I talking about this? Why am I discussing this now? Because Diddy just came out and made a statement after the Cassie video, and his apology statement said this.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life, but sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy and go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
Now, T.D. Jakes, on the same day that Diddy made this statement, has come out and he is also saying this.
Requests that came in over social media that I happened just to see as I was coming to church. And the woman said to me, would you please pray for women who are living in danger in their own house? And there was something about the way she said it, and I know she's watching right now. There was something about the way she said it. It was a cry for help. And I realized something when I read what she said. As a father and as a husband and as a son and a mama's boy at that, when I saw the images that have been floating all over the news all week, it became difficult to watch. The atrocious, degrading, demeaning, debauchery. I know who it was, but I saw my daughters. As a man, I saw my daughters, and it made me angry. It made me angry. And I thought, if it affected me like that as a man, how much more is that image a trigger for women who have been through that, who are currently going through that, who are in the middle of that, who feel trapped in situations where you are being physically and emotionally and verbally abused. And it is possible to feel trapped and have a key to the door and still feel trapped in a situation you can't get out of. And it has, domestic violence has no particular color, age, or face. It can be sitting beside you today. You can be churched, you can be unchurched, you can be educated, you can be rich, you can be poor. But let me tell you something before we pray. And it's not always the man. Let me tell you a couple of things before we pray. Both for the victims and the perpetrator. There's something you need to understand. If you got a rage you can't control, if you have an emotional problem, a mental health issue where you're bipolar, and your kids get scared when they hear your car coming home, you gotta get some help, dude. You gotta get some help. You gotta come out of denial and get some help.
All right, this is very important, okay? I don't know if this is something that is orchestrated by the both of them. I'm not sure. But I do want to preface something if I can, and if I will. I'd like to make the point that we may see, and Dr. Umar Johnson is going to say this, that Diddy is going to end up at T. Jakes' church. I'm going to have a whole episode with that. But I do want to say this, that here is a great time for anybody who has an audience catered to women to really stand on behalf of women. We got to understand that the black community, the people who spend the most money and support most of the issues, are black women. All right? The black church is the home and refuge of many black women. Today is the perfect opportunity for black pastors, those who support women or black women in general, because they're going to tie Cassie's issue until black women's issue. Even though Cassie is not black, quote unquote, but because of what Diddy did, they're going to go ahead and tie that to the women, okay? To talk about how wrong domestic violence is, which it is wrong, okay? But this is what you must know as a man. If you get caught doing anything to women, listen, nobody's wants to hear. She hit me first. She threatened me first. She was doing what first? If they see evidence that you have struck a lady, nobody's gonna be on your side. No one. And they're gonna take an opportunity to come after you, right? Take an opportunity to disassociate themselves. And this is what T.D. Jakes is really trying to do. First of all, he called out a backlash for even dealing with Diddy in the first place. Here's his opportunity to disassociate himself from Diddy completely. Let me also tell you this. If you have this problem or I have this problem, people who have been in our corner before will take their time to disassociate themselves from us. Do not beat yourself, okay? Do not give people a reason to publicly disassociate themselves from you. All that it takes is 5 minutes to ruin a whole lifetime worth of hard work. Look at Andrew Holmes in Dalton. Andrew Holmes worked all his life to be completely humiliated by that allegation from the lady in Dalton that was working for Tiffany Henry. Completely sad, completely pathetic. It is horrendously pathetic that this guy has lost everything in a matter of 3 months. You did not get up every day as a man, work for many years, 20 years, 25 years, to throw it all away for 5 minutes for hitting somebody. It is so much better to leave him alone. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you. Just heard the bell. We're out.